characters who secretly revealed their faces. In today's video, we take a look at 5 cartoon characters who secretly revealed their faces. So naturally, expect some surprises along the way. But before that, hit the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. That would be perfect. And make sure to stay till the #1 reveal. You will be absolutely shocked once you find out, and that's a guarantee. So let's get on with the video. Number 5, Miss Bellum, the Powerpuff Girls. Cartoon shows are full of minor characters who keep their faces mysteriously hidden for years to keep audiences guessing. It's a trick of the trade that shows from the 1990s pull off with great panache. There's no greater example of this than Sarah Bellum from the Powerpuff Girls. The assistant to the Townsville silly old mayor may be called Sweet Cheeks, but for most of the show, we never get to see these alluded to cheeks, or any other part of her face for that matter. Miss Bellum is almost always shown from the neck down. She seems gorgeous enough with a curvy figure clad in a fire engine red worksuit and long legs that end in red pumps. Her other striking feature is her curly, flowing red hair. She's an important mentor to the show's 3 superheroes, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup. She's independent, sassy, the real brain of the mayor's office, and beautiful. Yes, we know this despite never having seen her face. But in the series finale coinciding with the show's 10th anniversary, The Powerpuff Girls Rule, viewers finally get to see Miss Bellum's face. It's a blink and you miss it moment. And even then, you don't get to see her full face. All you see is one long-lashed eye, which is shut. The other eye is covered by her hair. She has pouting red lips, and she's crying. And that's it. Sadly, her character was written off when the Powerpuff Girls returned with a new series in 2016. Guess we'll never get to see Miss Bellum in her full glory. Number 4, Eddie's brother, Ed, and Eddie. Ed, and Eddie is another Cartoon Network show that uses the trope of keeping its adult characters faceless and nameless. In this show that revolves around 3 troublesome preteen friends who are collectively called the Eds, there is one adult character who has been an enigma for most of the show's run. That is Eddie's older brother. He has no name and is simply referred to as Big Bro, Mr. Eddie's brother, Elder One, Bro Guy, and Mr. Macho Man. What we gather of him from Eddie's boasting is that he is cool, smart, a whiz at everything he does, and a role model to his younger sibling. Except, it turns out, Eddie's been lying all along about his brother, who is actually a sadistic bully. This is revealed at the end of Ed, and Eddie's Big Picture Show, a made-for-television movie based on the original cartoon. The movie has another big reveal up its sleeve. It shows us what Eddie's brother looks like. But unlike Miss Bellum, it is the whole picture. Not surprisingly, Big Bro looks like an older version of Eddie, with the same stringy hair but a more pronounced chin and a goatee. He wears an old brown newsboy cap and a yellow jersey with the number 62 on it, a red flannel jacket, khaki pants with a wallet chain, and greenish-gray shoes. A pair of green sunglasses and a gold ring round off his bad boy look, which perfectly encapsulates him as the movie's main antagonist. The bottom line? He is a jerk, and he looks like one. Number 3, Kenny, South Park. The next entry on our list is from South Park, a show that has divided viewers sharply for most of its long run. Some praise this animated show targeted at an adult audience as obscenely funny and intelligent. Others wonder why it has still not been canceled, seeing how it never misses a taboo topic and makes it a point to offend just about everybody. Its use of profanity, particularly, has drawn criticism because it is most likely the kids in the show doing all the swearing. Not Kenny, though. For the most part, you won't hear any foul language come out of this 9-year-old, who makes up 1/4 of South Park's main cast. Not because he's against that kind of thing, it's just that his voice is always muffled and you can never understand a thing he says. This is mainly because most of Kenny's face is hidden beneath the hood of his trademark orange parka, which also smothers his speech. For the longest time, Kenny's face under the hood was a puzzle to viewers, just as much as his ridiculous ability to beat death in almost every episode in the first 5 seasons. There are some episodes that show Kenny minus his hood, but his face is always obscured from view. The unveiling finally comes in the 1999 movie South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. Off comes the hood, and we get a glimpse of a shock of messy blonde hair. The camera then pans to Kenny's full face, of which there is frankly not much except for his large eyes, which we've already seen. Kenny's unhooding also means we finally get to hear a coherent sentence come out of his mouth. Number 2. Mammy Two Shoes, Tom and Jerry. For the next reveal, we go back to everyone's favorite cartoon, Tom and Jerry. In Hanna-Barbera's classic cat and mouse caper from the 1940s, a minor but recurring human character is Mammy Two Shoes. For close to 50 episodes, she remains a mystery as we see her only from the waist down. What we know of her, from the little that we see, is that she is heavily built, middle-aged, and African American. Her skin tone and voice give away the latter aspect of her character. From her humble clothes and apron, which is a fixture, she appears to be a housemaid. Mammy is one of the most divisive characters in the history of cartoons. Critics of the show accuse it of being racist and reinforcing stereotypes with its portrayal of a black maid. Others argue that the show only depicts the reality of its time, as offensive as that may be. Episodes featuring Mammy now come with a racial prejudice warning on Amazon Prime, but that's a debate for another day. Today, we're talking about Mammy's final reveal. It comes in the 48th episode, titled Saturday Evening Puss. It's Mammy's evening out with her bridge club, and Tom is up to no good as usual, planning a party in her absence. Just as the celebrations start to get raucous, Jerry calls Mammy on the phone to tattle on Tom. In the next instant, we see Mammy, all of her, tearing down the street. She has a large face with big eyes, chubby cheeks, and a full red mouth. And she looks mad as hell. Tom's surely had it this time. Unlike how she appears at home, she's dressed in a fancy purple dress with a red hat, and has her hair neatly tucked in. That's our first shot of Mammy up close. But, thanks to the controversy surrounding her, she ended up being edited out, dubbed over, and even reanimated as a white woman later on. Number 1. Cow and Chicken's Parents. Cow and Chicken. Mama had a chicken, mama had a cow. Dad was proud, didn't care how, goes the theme song of Cow and Chicken, a Cartoon Network show from the 1990s. This story of a pair of odd siblings has got to be one of the most oddball animated shows of all time. And the weirdness trickles down to each of its characters, even Mom and Dad, who are humans and may thus seem the most normal ones. Not quite, it seems. Initially, you only see the parents as a pair of legs. Dad wears yellow-green pants and brown shoes. Mom wears a white dress with red polka dots, red flat shoes, and a yellow apron. But then, it actually turns out that's all there is to them. At this moment, we're not quite sure how they speak without their upper bodies. The dismembered parents are a big reveal in itself. But in the episode Cow and Chicken Reclining, we see Chicken pull out a bunch of stuff from his closet, including what seems suspiciously like the missing top halves of Mom and Dad. Mom has a blonde bob, bright red lips, and a yellow top with pink dots. Dad has on a green shirt and a red tie. He has red hair and strangely resembles a certain American president whose hair is almost as famous as he is. Chicken dismisses the torso as his science project, but we can never quite be sure. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed watching this video. While you're here, go ahead and click on the links above to check out some of our other awesome videos.